everybody. My name is Kenny Jahng. Today, I've got the fortune to have sitting across from me, across the digital interwebs, newly acclaimed author Dave Adamson. Welcome, Dave. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Kenny. How are you?
Good. I'm really glad you had the time in your busy schedule this week. It is a busy schedule this week in particular, and I'm glad you had time to catch up with me and share a little bit about what's going on this week in December.
I've always got time for you, Kenny.
Thanks, Dave. So let's get right to it. Something big has happened, a milestone in your career and your storytelling, and I'd love to just share it with the people here today.
Yeah, well, my first book is finally being printed, and it's on its way right now. So people can pick it up pretty soon.
Nice. So let's start. What is the title of the book?
The book is called Chasing the Light. The idea of that is it's a book that is as much a photography book as it is a devotional book. And, photographers will often talk about the fact that they chase light. In order to take a photo, you obviously need light. And the way that you capture light will determine what the photo looks like. But as followers of Jesus, we are also chasing after the light of the world in an effort to become more like him. So the book title, Chasing the Light, covers both of those two aspects of that term.
Nice. And I love the story of how the book came to be is just, it's a heartwarming one for me in particular, as a father, as a family member, etc. So why don't you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, so, I've got three daughters, all of whom have grown up in the church. My wife and I are first generation Christians. So we don't know, we don't have a legacy of Christian parents behind us or anything like that. So we're kind of making it up as we go. But one of the things I love to do is teach my girls some of the cultural background of the Bible. But my youngest daughter in particular, she's really passionate about Jesus. She loves going to church. She loves everything to do with the idea of God and the Bible. But because she's dyslexic, she really struggles when it comes to reading the Bible. So a couple of years ago, what I started to do was, as a photographer, we've got prints around my whole house. My wife prints up some of my photos, and I would point to a photo and I would draw it, use the photo to leverage a story out of the scriptures and really relate the photo to that story. And what I found was my youngest daughter had an immediate reaction to that. Not only did she capture the essence of the story, but she was able to recall it later that night around the dinner table. So I started to realize that while she has dyslexia and she struggles to read, she really captures and learns ideas through imagery. So I would get up every single morning and I would show her a new photo and I would link it to the Bible somehow. And really, these photos became almost like parables, ways that she could grasp a complex theological idea and capture it in an image, and that helped her to understand it. So what I did was I decided doing that every morning, and then I decided, you know what, I'm going to stop posting photos of my food onto my Instagram account, and instead I'm going to post these photos and I'm going to write out exactly what I've been saying to my little girl, in an effort that, my thinking on it was, one day I'm not going to be around anymore, but they'll always be able to go to my Instagram account and learn everything that I know about Jesus directly from my Instagram account. And so I just started doing that every single day. And it kind of took off.
Nice. And now you got thousands of followers with the devotion. I think it's amazing that you are able to encourage and really share the good news with so many people across the globe with the social network and now with this book format. It's coming out on Amazon. What date is it dropping on Amazon?
It will be, so Amazon should have it in the next day or two, and they're saying that delivery will be out by the 21st of December. So you'll have it in time for Christmas.
Oh, nice. So I've got Amazon Prime. I put it in. I'm 2 days. Perfect for Christmas.
Perfect.
So, and then this is the other part that I love that I think might get lost in all the book launch promotion, is that you actually took the effort to launch with it an actual companion piece called Reflecting the Light. Tell us a little bit about that, because I think I'm almost as excited about that as the actual devotional book.
Yeah, so Reflecting the Light really is just a companion book. It's essentially a journal. What the publishers did was they took some of my photos and turned them into like sketches that you can color in. And the idea is that as you be creative yourself, this is a creative devotional. It's not just a words on a page and look up a Bible verse. It's words, and it's a Bible verse, but it's also photography. But what this Reflecting the Light journal allows you to do is just write down your own thoughts about what the image does for you, how that relates to your own life. Each one of my devotionals, I try to make as practical as possible for whatever that day might be. So really the journal gives you a chance to spend just a little bit of quiet time, just maybe coloring in and just taking a couple of notes about what God might be saying to you on that particular day through that particular photo or that particular devotion.
I love it. I just love that visceral, organic experience that really helps you process. And especially like my daughter in particular loves sketching and doing all those coloring journals at this point. And I think that's something that I'm looking forward to getting my hands on that as well. This season.
Adult coloring books are all the rage at the moment, and I think people are finding that there's a real meditative element when you spend some time just coloring in. And so I just wanted to make sure that time was directed and focused on meditating on the things that are really important to us as followers of Jesus. Yeah,
and I think for me, it also helps me slow down in this like go world, right?
Yeah, totally. We're 24/7, right? But God tells us to be 24/6. And sometimes we just need to take a couple of minutes just to reflect a little bit more on the light of the world. Hence,
so how many days of devotions are in the actual book? I think it's 90. Is it 90 days worth?
There's 90 days in both the devotion and the journal, yes.
Okay. And then your Instagram channel is still going strong. How do people find you there and on the web?
So they can find me on Instagram at Aussie Dave. That's AUSSIE Dave, DABE. I'm also on Twitter as Aussie Dave, and I'm also on Facebook as Aussie Dave Adamson. And then you can follow me on my website, which is daveadamson.tv, and that's where I provide a little bit more of an extended devotional content. I've got a blog there where I go behind the scenes a little bit about how I take my photography, some of the deeper look into some of the devotions that I'm posting onto my Instagram feed, and then just general news stuff. There's a newsletter that you can sign up for as well. And I like to give away my prints to people and digital versions of my photos so that people can use it on their own social media.
So great. Thank you so much. I know you're busy this week. I'll let you get back to that next meeting you're going to, but thank you so much for stopping by. Really, congratulations on the book launch. I'm excited to get my own hands on my own copy this next week. Blessings on you, Dave, for everything.
Thanks, Matt. I really appreciate it. Cheers, everyone.
Okay, bye-bye.